I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much at stake. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and get it back. We got in a whip, then I went and hit the dash. I've been thanking God for this life that I done had. I don't need opinions, dog, I only need the facts.
What's real, dog? Sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much at stake. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and get it back. We got in a whip, then I went and hit the dash. I've been thanking God for this life that I done had. I don't need opinions, dog, I only need the facts.
What's real, dog? Sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much at stake. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and...
Yo, what's good, everybody? We are back with another Sold Out, man. I'm Jeremy Jones, man. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, consider subscribing. This is content about sneakers. Smash that like button. It really helps the channel out, man. This is another Sold Out Saturday, Sold Out Live, Sold Out podcast, man. Either way, we're going to call it Sold Out because everything sells out nowadays, man. I'm Jeremy Jones. Go ahead and introduce yourself, big homie.
Oh, yeah, you know me as Dev Dunks. Hey, we just keep this going, man. Talking about shoes, doing what we got to do, man. It's a good topic today, man. I'm ready. Let's just get into it.
Most definitely. We're talking the new sneaker community versus the old sneaker community. And I think by the end of this podcast, one of the goals that I'm aiming for is I want us to find out where you kind of lay at. You know, are you in the middle? Are you the new school community? Are you part of the old school community? You know, so let's just dive in. Let me see who we got in the chat right now, man.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely. Why Sneaker Guru in here? He says, "What's up, my guys? What's good, Sneaker Guru? What's
Hey,
good?"
what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, he left us a couple messages. He says, Sneaker Guru says, old school all day and new school even wear their sneakers and just want to be sell them instead. Uh, I I can agree with that most definitely. I feel like that often. We got Kwame in the building. Welcome back, Kwame, for show. Um, Kwame says, made it home just in time for this. Hey, appreciate it, man.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah,
it for
I
sure.
appreciate it. Always, always.
For sure. Kwame said, what's good, everybody? What's good, Kwame, man? Welcome back, homie. Sneaker Guru again says sneakers are meant to be worn, not this new era of our marketing money off the culture. Huh? We're gonna dive in. What it looked like, Kwame. That's what's up. Speaking up, what's good, everybody? That's by me. Sneaker Guru says the old material on the Jordans way better. This new stuff coming than the new stuff coming out. Yeah. It's a mixture of both, man. To be honest,
Yeah,
it's a mixture of both. It just depends on what drops, really, to be honest. But you can
yeah.
tell when they drop the quality versus not the quality, right?
Oh yeah.
Sneaker Guru one more time says sold out, bing bong. All right, man. We
Hey,
back, man. So let's just dive in, man. So new community, new sneaker cool sneak new sneaker community versus old sneaker community, man. One of the biggest things I just wanted to touch on, man, is like it seems like it's sort of a battle, man. You got to get in where you fit in. It's how I feel like, and a lot of people gonna say old sneaker community versus the new sneaker community. As I read through the chat, you can see, man, it does feel like nowadays, in my opinion, you know, it's more and more about profit versus actually rocking your sneakers, which is what it seems like it was meant to be done in the first place, man. Um, Sneaker community back then, man, it was just a love thing, you know what I'm saying? It used to be one of the best things for sure, man. One of the best things that I used to tell about this was like, honestly, you didn't realize how many friends you really had until we actually met up. Like I remember going to sneaker cons back in the day where it wasn't all about the money, where you just wanted to see. I used to go just to wanted to see what everybody had on feet, man. Because you know that's if you come to sneaker con, you got to pull out your best stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the biggest things I want to say. New school versus old school sneaker community is the friendships. The friendships are still there, but now the friendship seems more like, hey, let's get together and make some money. And they're
more like
kind
a
of
business
building
thing,
it,
right?
yeah, more like a business thing. And it's like they want to make it off a culture that was kind of like it wasn't necessarily super underground, but it was kind of one of those where it's like you just had to be in the know to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing about sneaker culture, man, it brought out creativity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna use Kwame for an example. He brings us with some unique colorways all the times that he's always looking for, and that's what I like because it's like he's not he's living proof that you don't have to like we like the same stuff, but you can like different colors and we still can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? When he hit us with
Hmm.
a different colorway and we're like, what? And it's like, well, I can see it. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't pull it off, but he may be able to pull it off, man. So that
Yeah.
was one of the things that I liked about it. You know,
The
everyone,
uniqueness.
yeah, everybody had their own style. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's kind of one of those like it's okay to be different, but we
Yeah.
still got something in common at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? And just honestly, I don't know about. I'm not gonna speak for all sneakerheads, man, but me, when I get dressed, you know, I'm getting dressed from toe to up. You know what I'm saying? I go to the
Yeah.
sneakers first and then go up, and then I'm like,
Hmm.
why? That's why I end up in white tees majority of the time because I'm like, okay, the pants work, but I don't got no other shirt that really gonna mess this up, and I don't want to switch out the shoes. Up, a white tee will match it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's just my safety, right?
hey, always go to the white tee. Hey,
Yeah,
if
it's
there's
it's just
nothing
a
else,
right. And the thing is, the progression with sneakers I don't feel like it can never stop, man. Because every time I feel like, dang, they've done everything they seem they can do, then they hit us with something else where it's just like, oh, never mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like, honestly, it's one of those. I don't think there. Do you think it's maybe it should be an age limit? Because some people say, "Hey, you should grow out of this." People told me this about sneakers. They told me about pretty much everything that I've ever been into. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna grow out of that." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna grow out of tattoos. You're gonna grow out of sneakers. You're gonna, and I'm just like, man, I don't know. Sneakers seems like a timeless thing to me.
Yeah. To answer your question, nah, man, I don't think you can. I don't think there's any age limit on anything. Honestly, if you love something, I don't think that there should be any sort of time or any person to put a limit on. On what that is that you do. I think that each individual person has their own style, their own way of doing things. So if you're in it for the long run, obviously then that means a lifetime. So if you're gonna do something, why not do it? Fulfill every aspect of it that you can. So no, like I say, just yeah, no, I don't think there's any age limit. Nah, it's all in the person.
Exactly. And I like the fact that like it's I didn't realize how global it was. You know what I'm saying? Now it's
Yeah.
really like some of
Hmm.
the sneaker YouTube channels I'm watching now is like they're overseas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh snap, they get
Yeah.
down with it too. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
yeah. Sneaker Guru says triple collab is next. We already kind of had that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you think
Hmm.
about it, we got what? A Travis Scott, Jordan, a Travis Scott, Jordan, and then we had the where we had the yeah, he's done that already. I mean, it's already been done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's
Hmm.
probably gonna be other brands, but we've done that with Sakai has done a triple collab as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
It's just yeah, we had the fragment, Travis Scott,
yeah,
and
and
Jordan.
Air
That's
Jordan
a
1, yeah,
that's a
that's the
triple collab right
yeah,
there. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, but I guess maybe Travis is a part of Jordan, and maybe you can kind of, if you want to look at it, like technically it's really two because Travis is a part of Jordan, but technically they're using Travis' name on the shoe, so I think it's three.
yeah, is the Cactus Jack, which is his brand, the Travis Scott brand.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I like about it too, man. With the sneaker community, man, the gossip is endless too. You know, I hate to
Yeah,
say that on some female type thing, but let's face it, man.
no,
The
that's true. Yeah,
gossip is crazy because you
because
the
there's
hearsay.
always something. There's always something coming out. There's always something not
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah. If I had a like nickel for like, especially this week alone, like me and you, the way we hit each other on Instagram about this sneaker or that sneaker,
Yeah,
people would swear like something was going on, but it's really just sneaker talk, man.
yeah,
Sneaker Guru says Yeezy, Travis, and Fear of God. I don't see that one happening, bro. But I mean, I'm
yeah.
not saying it can't, because Fear of God seemed like it's kind of they kind of just went into their own thing. They haven't really dropped with
Yeah,
Nike in a minute.
like a more exclusive type drop.
Most definitely. I think
Yeah,
yeah. I don't I'm not saying it's not happening, but that would be nice though.
yeah,
Um the hunt with sneakers too, man. I think no matter how you slice it and dice it, as far as the new sneaker community versus the old sneaker community, one thing we can all share, man, is the hunt never stops.
yeah.
And for me at this point, I'm gonna put myself like I'm gonna ask you where you feel like you stand. But right now, where I stand, I feel like I stand in the middle, to be honest. I'm borderline, as in I'm a part of the old school, sort of, but I can
Okay.
rock with the new school. But
Yeah.
also I kind of hate that, like, it's all about resale. Now, I don't consider those. The thing is, even though resale is a part of the sneaker culture, I don't really consider those a part of like the sneaker community. Like they are, but I don't consider them true sneakerheads if all you're about is making money. Now, there are some people out there that can do both where I get my shoe, but I flip 3, 4, 5 pairs too. Cause that's a thing where they can
Hmm.
kind of get their pairs where it's almost like for free. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But they are those ones who literally just don't even know the name of the shoe. They just hear the gossip and be like, okay, well, let me find out a way to get it as many pairs as I can to have people come to me.
Yeah. There's
Now
a lot
that's
more of those than you think.
right. But the one thing I do like is about the hunt. Like I got about at least 3 or 4 sneakers on the hit list right now. And I mean, they there is just also just being smart about the situation as well.
Yeah, always be smart about it. You know.
Most definitely. We got Sneaker Guru in the building again. Says, I love the hunt. Back in the days, go to the store and the sneaker were still on the wall. Compare battle bots to cop retail nowadays. Yeah, and when I say the hunt, this is the thing. Like, I remember where you every shoes always sold out, but they didn't sell out as fast because of the bots. I remember where it's like I knew a spot where no matter what, they always had my size, and it seemed like I came just in enough time before everything sold out. And if not, this is the thing. Back in the day, the hunt used to be like, yo, if I hit all the stores in my area, if I get out here early and hit every last one of these stores, I'm gonna find my size somewhere. Or they would even call and be like, yo, let me so and so, or they would look up, they'd be like, yo, we sold out, but so and so is sure they still got X amount of pairs at their store if you want to run over there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Wow.
missed those. Or they used to be like, yo, we'll hold it. But that stuff like after like 2011, that faded quickly. It stopped the whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? And to
Yeah.
be honest, 2011 was the Yeezy 2 era, of course, the Concord era. And that's whenever things kind of just, honestly, it just went slowly downhill. And when I say it went down very, very slowly, where sneakers wasn't hard to get, but each and every year they became a little bit harder and harder. So at this point, to me, um, it becomes a part of like, yo, you got to adapt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
one thing I'm going over basically what we all share. You know, the new,
Hmm.
whether you part of the new school or the old school, you gotta admit the hunt is always kind of fun. And think about it. If you got every single if I will say this, if you got every single sneaker you always wanted every single time and you never had a freaking problem, you probably get bored very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. I get to what that would become a factor. You know. Nobody. I mean, ideally, you want to win. You know, in life every time, but where's the fun if there's no challenge for it? You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Where's the thrill? Just like
Yeah.
the and just like Sneaker Guru was saying, like, you know, with the Yeezy, Travis, and the Fear of God, the
Hmm.
collabs are great, man. Whether it's whoever it's with, the collabs, you know what I'm saying? That just make it brings it on another level, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know, and I think it just does. It just does something special for each of the brand individually because you know each individual brand also has their own set of fans too. You know, so to see something like that where they all come together, it brings in old fans, uh, new fans. You know, if that like say if one of those people didn't know about the other brand, but then you know to see them collab, it will just bring them to new fans and stuff. So yeah, something like that it does benefit, you know. So I mean, I think like they do a pretty good job when they do like collabs like that because a lot of the times you could mess it up by throwing a lot of stuff on it because you know just throw a lot of people off and confuse a lot of the stuff because they don't really know what they're trying to get at, you know. So I mean,
Right. Sometimes they go overboard, but sometimes they get it just right, man. One of my
yeah, yeah,
favorite collabs to date and probably will always be. And I'm gonna just put this on a little, you know, hit list and put it out there. The Cause Four, the Cool Gray joints, they're on my hit list. I'm still hunting them, and I got them.
hmm,
Like I ain't got them, but they on my eyesight so much now because it's like it's like that one shoe that's like it's always got away from me and it's bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's just like dang, and you know, it's just I see it all the time. But then it's very hard to find a decent pair. And then when you find a decent pair, you got to dive on it. But then you got to make sure the price is right because some people, if they got a decent pair, they holding. You know what I'm saying? They holding hard too.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Especially you
hmm,
know with my collection, it's kind of one of those like, and I don't know if you noticed, and I think you probably picked up on this already. Every time you feel like when you get the one shoe that you dang like I really worked hard and got this shoe, and then
oh
now
yeah,
you get it, and then like a week or two later you're like, yeah, but it's this is out there now. And it's just, you honestly you move on to the next once you have it. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
yeah. I mean, ideally, you should already be moving on to the next shoe before you even get the shoe that you're eyeing. You know, like I mean, because you should already know what's up next that you want. You know, because you don't want to miss
That's
the
how
opportunity for the next. You know, for the next thing
that's how
because
that's how I know I'm a part of the old school. Like once I put all that energy and get the shoe that I want, I'll be like, good. I'll put my arms up, relax, and then like I'll say
hmm,
like maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, I'm like, I was thinking about so and so, so and so. Now I'm on to the next. I still do it that way, like boom,
Yeah,
boom. Like I take my time, but you're right. I should have already been searching for all these, but then it's like sometimes I put so much energy on one, it's just like yo.
yeah,
And when you
yeah.
get it, you like
Well, yeah,
yes,
especially if it's that big one, that you want, like the one that you've just been like chasing and is exhausting because nobody wants to move. Everybody's pretty much cement. Nobody's giving you a budge. And then you finally get that one that cracks. You get what you want. So yeah, it's kind of exhausting, and you're like excited, so you like just want to chill on this one for a while. Then all right, on to the next. Let me get this one out of the way, get excited. Let it die down for myself. Then all right, I'm on to the next.
facts. And we got Jacob Dolan, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm in NYC and I haven't even attempted to hit the stores on the release day. The lines are crazy. I got 4 pairs on sneakers last year and I like the excitement of potentially getting selected.
See,
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
true. Yeah, you know
that's
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's
I That's the
good.
thing. I've literally see people in my comments sometimes. They be like, "Yo, I hit on sneakers, but I really wasn't trying to hit." And I was like, "Why'd you go for them?" He's like, "They literally their response. Multiple people have told me this. Like, I literally just go for everything because I don't never expect to win. And then when I do, I'm just like, wow, you know. So that's the. I feel like that's kind of one of those. Maybe that's what he's doing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
So,
saying?
but would you consider that like a new school tactic? Just going for anything?
You kind of have you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
can't.
mean,
It's a new school tactic because, to be honest, the way the bots have made it where we have to go for everything because we don't never
yeah,
know. You know what I'm saying? And then,
yeah,
to be honest, I always tell that person when they get it, I'm like, hey, worst case scenario, hold on to it. And then when something really comes out and you take the L, you got a little something with leverage for trade bait or take
yeah.
this and sell it and get this and
And
put that
see,
money. Yeah, there's certain ways you got to do it differently now. That's how I
and,
know that.
and see, that's an old school tactic to do. To you
Right.
hold it, use it as bait, trade it. Put some cash on it. Because
Exactly. That's why I be saying I'm like old school is kind of grumpy a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
That's how you know if you really adapted with the times or not. And it took me. It's the thing. I feel like I always adapt late. That's how I feel like I'm
yeah,
still. I know I'm part of the old school. I always adapt late because I'm just like, when I used to read comments like that, I'd be like, well, you had no business going for it then. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be
yeah,
like, that's what you get. You shouldn't have went for it if you ain't want it. You know what I'm saying? But I get it now because now you got to be smart about it. And I hate to say it, it's like one dude told me whenever I was trying to negotiate shoes, and this actually happened about last week or week before last. I'm like, yo, so and so, they selling for this. He like, yeah, that was yesterday's price. This is a new school price. And at that point, I either
yeah.
said he's either a reseller or he's trying to flip his to get something he wants.
So
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying, you
saying?
see that? Like that's how you know too. Yeah, because the old school, that price will still pretty much remain the same until they sold. This new school, they got to move that product, so the price has to move as the shoe moves.
Yeah.
Back
Um.
then, yeah, you could have gotten them for that same price, even probably 2 months later. The same guy would have been like, "Oh yeah, you can still come pick them up for X amount." 2 months later, in,
Right.
in today's time, the shoes went up by probably almost $500.
That's literally what I'm going through with this cause right now. I'm like, wow. I literally hit this dude. I was like, yo, you used to go. I'm not even talking the retail price because retail they were like 300 something, 350, and so I hit him with what back in the day retail price was. I'm like, yo, it went for this. He like, yeah, that was yesterday's. Like he literally basically called me old school without even saying old school, and I was borderline offended, but I'm like, dang, he kind of got a point, and I left it alone. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah,
Right. Sneaker
these new
Guru
schools
says,
they're winning.
"Oh yeah, definitely. They, it's a love hate for me, man. It's some, and to be honest, you kind of have to meet them and kind of see them just to understand it. Because honestly, over the internet, they will upset you
Yeah, and they don't
real
care,
quickly.
man. They're just there for the money, man. Like if you do a meetup, they're like, yo, like this is shoot, man. So, yo, what you trying to do? Like they're not trying to really like get to know you, like or really like like have a real meetup, talk to the guy about the shoes. Like, oh man, you got those on. You guys have a whole like conversation about it. Now it's just like, oh yeah, man, yeah, I got these, and then back to the conversation about yeah, you want the shoe or not. And then they got
Mm,
5 more pair in the car to go sell to somebody else.
right, right. Let me read what Sneaker Guru says. He says, back in the day, if missed out, you're done into another release. Compared to now, if you can't cop, fuck it, go UA. Um, yeah, but see, back in the day though, if you missed out, honestly, it used to you could just hop on the internet and find, you know, me and my old coworker, we used to be like, yo, if you got an extra 100 or 150, you can get the shoe. Sucks, but at the same time, we used to complain then. It's like, but
Yeah,
we didn't do it.
over a
We didn't
hundred.
do it. Yeah. If you had over 100, like if the shoe was 170, be like, yo, if you throw them 275,
You got the shoe.
280,
Yeah.
yeah, you got the shoe. And it's like we was mad then, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was battling the same amount of bots. You know, it was like it just truly sold out because more and more people were going into it. So we was mad, but at the same time, now it's just like, yo, 250, 260 ain't sounding too bad. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, yeah, I used to be mad, but it's just one of those. Back in the day, it used to be like the early bird used to get the worm. Now it doesn't even early bird or not. You still got to throw in your luck. You know what I'm saying? We got Anthony in the building. It says old school all day. We were taught about style first before the purchase. New school, all the shoes. New school, all have the shoes, but all look the same when they wear them. This is true, man. I will say this, man.
Yeah.
Old school was more about like you bought what you fully wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember passing on certain J's, like people like, yo, you not getting those? I'm like, no, I don't even want them. You know what I'm saying? I got these already. I don't need them. You know, that was just the thing. But now, like it's different. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's either you gonna have to adapt with the times or you gonna get rolled over. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in both cases where I've been ran over. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things too that I feel like makes me a part of the old school crew is like, I guess since I've been collecting for such time now, I started to question my storage space. Like I almost considered like moving to a different size like apartment because I'm like, man, you know. And then at that point, I'm
to accommodate
you know,
the shoes.
Yeah, to accommodate. Yeah, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
that's
I'm
what
like,
it's about. Because that's what it's about. You know.
yeah, and then I'm just like,
old school stuff. You know.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, man, do you really need to upgrade your? It ain't even upgrading the space, and you know, with more space come more price and rent. And I'm just like, yo, do I really need to do this? And I'm just like, man, I'm still debating right now. And I'm just like, honestly, I keep looking through my collection, and I'm like, do I need to sell a couple pairs here and there? And I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of straight where I'm at, but at the same time, you need to, you know what I'm saying? I still got to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still thinks about it. We got Sneaker Guru in the building. He says 260 sound pretty good for a couple days after a release day. Sheesh, not no more.
Nah.
Yeah, not no more.
Hey, 2 hours, 2 hours after they come out, they're 260.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's if you see a good shoe going for 260, you better hop on that joint because that almost sounds fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it almost sounds unreal.
Right. And then, you know, one of the ways I know if I meet another old school person, they talk nothing about but the olden times. And I'm borderline guilty of this because I kind of reference back in the day often. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I remember when I used to be like, this is how I knew I had to adapt. And this when I started putting in more footwork is whenever like, yo, I don't got the time to be going to do these check-ins and go through these apps and go through the stores and wait in line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just was like, man, am I outgrowing this? But then I'm like, I really love my sneakers. So either you finna be giving everybody a whole bunch of extra money or you finna reinvent yourself and adapt. Really, you got no choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and another thing. And then the thing is, one thing as I'm reading through the chat, how I can easily depict who's a part of the old school community and who's a part of the new school community is whenever you talk about, and we're talking about it literally right now, is the amount of money we're spending on all these shoes. You don't really enjoy, you know what I'm saying? I love my shoes, but we don't enjoy spending all this extra money on the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but at the same time, it's a fact. That's I hate to break us down like that, but a lot of people are a part of the old school community, whether they realize it or not.
Yeah.
Because the new school, they don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got these for 300, and don't even me. My eye twitches. They don't even bat an eye at the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. They got, like I say, they have disposable income, man. Like that money comes and goes, man. Like they can throw money like it's nothing, man. Like because it's coming right back to them. It's not about the shoe. It's about the money.
Right, right. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Like I feel like honestly, the new school collection. If you look at an old school head, like a old school community collector, you gonna be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have
Mm-hmm.
the story of what he had to do, he or she had to do to get the joints. A new school joint be like, yeah, I got these off of so and so app, and you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, cool, nice, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
it's like their collection versus the old school, the old community collectors collection, man, is still like I don't consider it even that much more. I don't even think they do.
Yeah.
We looking at like, yo, wow, look at all these shoes he got. You know, versus
Mm-hmm.
them, they're like, yo, my like think about it. If you look at my collection, add up like my collection versus like a new school who got like nothing but say they got 4 or 5 pair of off whites, that could easily resale value could easily equal what all my shoes are
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
resale. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, you know,
That's true.
I only been doing this for, you know, what, since we was in like late high school. You started
Yeah.
2 years ago and you got all the off whites. I have yet to have what I got like what one.
And do you know, like, do you know how hard it was for me to get that? Like, I mean, for me myself, how hard it was for me to, to say, do I really want to pay this much for this shoe?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's
you
another
know?
thing I hate too is like sometimes when you drop all that money on it, making not even almost one it, they put you in the new school forces you kind of to think like in a profitable like a profit mentality.
Yeah.
They forced
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to know like I was spending a lot of money on sneakers, but I would never sit back and like, let me calculate and see what my collection is worth. I never would
Yeah.
used to do that. And not that I've calculated now, but each shoe I'm just like, okay, cool. Not that I didn't take care of my shoes, but even more so now I'm just like, take
Yeah.
care of it just cause, you know what I'm saying? You
But you
can't
know what you
just
spend on it, though, you know?
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful now. And I just think like I used to. I hate that I'm thinking like that, but the new school. That's why I said I'm in the middle. The new school forces me to think new school way, but I still got my old school mentalities too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. We got S Scott in the building. He says the biggest difference between old and new is old school went from the shoes they wanted, whereas old school went for the shoes they wanted, whereas new goes for everything because of resale. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that's
I
a
mean,
mixture of it too, because I mean, yeah, the sneaker community grows each and every year, but on the level that it is, like, and I'm gonna say honestly, after 2019, bro, that's when to me that's when I'm gonna say it really came out the woodwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, new the sellers came out of the woodwork. You know what I'm saying? Coming for blood. I don't know where it's
yeah.
just like they always knew it was there, but I feel like people didn't have the time to. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's kind of one of those like, hey, yeah, these people need to stop being sneaker geeks and go find something else to do. I got a job, you know. But now, when everybody, it's like, oh, it's a different lifestyle now. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's like reselling is the job, and your actual job is just the money to fund your real job, fund that
And
reselling job.
exactly. It's almost like a form of investment now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate that, you look at that, you're like, dang, these are
I
investment. And I'm
mean,
just like,
think about this. If you say, let's just use, yeah, let's just use 2010 as an example. If those Travis Scotts would have came out then, do you think that they would have been seeing $1,200, $1,300?
over time, yes. But I feel like,
Or yeah,
honestly,
over time, yeah. But if it was still in the era of how shoes were being treated, how they were supposed to be treated.
I say, and they were going to resell regardless, right? But this is why I think if they would have came out in 2010, 2011, they like what for, say they come out for $170, $200 in 2010. I'm going to say 170.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're gonna be very hard to get them, so you're not gonna get them. And then we would see like the resale on them be like six. They were gonna be starting at 500-600. I guarantee we will be throwing a fit regardless. Now we're just like, oh, some Travis Scotts for 400-500, sign me up.
Yeah,
But
so I'm
back
saying, yeah,
then,
back then you think
yeah,
500 would have 500, 600 would have probably been max.
yeah, that would have been the max. That was
Exactly,
a
and that
lot.
would
Yeah,
that would have been good. You know, that would have been
yeah,
like people feel like, damn, $600 for these shoes. You know,
right. We would have been like, back in the day, yeah, you're right. You'd have been like, yo, you. People would
you
think,
tripping,
yeah,
man.
yeah, they'd be like, yo, you tripping? I'm gonna get you checked out because I think mentally you've lost your mind for
Yeah,
a pair of
yeah,
shoes. You know what I'm
six
saying?
hundred dollars. Yeah, now
Yeah,
you got to think you got phone posits coming out for $500.
exactly. Retail, you know what I'm saying?
Retail, yeah. I'm saying so. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. About 600, that would have been fair back then, but also people would have been questioning your mental state, like like you tripping, man,
Yeah, I
for
kind
some
of
for
get that. That
so
when I bought them cars and I showed my people at work, they were like, "Yo, you going through something? Or you all right, man?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Yo, they didn't look like this when I bought them." First off, and even if they said they would have looked the way they were supposed to look, they were still looking at me like, "Yo,
yeah, because
hey, man."
back then, car, and then especially back then, not a lot of people even really knew who or what cause was.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So uh, to have something like that back then, where where people didn't know what it was, they would be like, "Why are you paying?" This let's just say for back then, let's say, "Why are you paying $700 for these shoes that came out for only 150?" Compared to whereas now, people still don't know who Cause is. They just know that hey, it sells. So
Right.
they're just 700 is the starting bid. You know,
Yeah.
so like they don't know who Cause is. They just know that they can make some money off of his name.
Exactly. We got G tonight in the building. He says are old school sneakerheads now are more careful with their bread in this era. By the way, how many shoes in your collection, respectively? Um, I agree with what you just said. Old school
Yeah, yeah,
sneakerheads
me
are
too.
now more
Exactly.
careful with their
Yeah,
bread.
that's
Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah,
that's a pin statement.
yeah, this is a perfect statement. Like you're right. Um, I'm shot. I shot more. I try for retail, but when I go on that resale market, I really, you know what I'm saying. The shoes y'all see me pick up for resale, one, know that I just really, really wanted them, and two, I really thought about them before pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying. But to answer your question, G tonight, by how many sneakers are in my collection? By the way, I want to say a slightly over 70 pairs. I'm not at 100 yet. I have touched over 100 pairs of shoes, but it was a lot of shoes that I really truly wasn't wearing. I sold a lot of shoes each and every year. Like I want to say last year I sold about 3, 4, 5 pairs. The year before that I sold about 2, 3, 4 pairs, or 2 or 3, 4 pairs. I've sold like 15 pairs at one time. Not all together, but I had them all up and then they sold each individually. Like I've shipped
Yeah,
out a lot of shoes. I've given away a lot of shoes, and this is before. This is how I know I'm part of the old school. Me and one of my old coworkers I used to work with, we used to give our shoes away. Like, hey, we're not wearing this. The save, and that's what brings back the space thing. I'm like, yo, I'm not wearing these shoes. I didn't even think, hey, go sell them and make some more money, or go break even, or make an extra few bucks. Um, we just didn't feel like it. So I'm like, yo, I dropped off some shoes at the the little drop bins for the clothing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those where you give them away. I've done that before.
That's also called just being a person with a heart. Like
Yeah,
everything doesn't have to be about money.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know, like, and the thing is, I always have been 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I mean, I'm all the way in, obviously, but I always have, like, every time I've stepped out, I've always came back in. So I took the longest I think I ever stepped out for was like a good year, and then after that, when I came back in, I went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's just one of those. Like That's why I said I might as well just stay in the know, even if I'm not copping everything. Still stay in the know.
yeah. and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I mean, like you say, you're just playing it smart, and
Yeah.
just changing with the times. Like just keeping your traditional roots, but knowing how to play the game of how it goes now. Because like you said earlier, uh, if you don't roll with it, you'll get rolled over.
Right. And that was my biggest thing. And I think every time I always slightly stepped away is because something had changed and I didn't adapt quickly enough. And I'll be like, man,
Hey,
I would get frustrated. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey, I'll tell you about this funny story I saw a couple of days ago. This is old school versus the new school I saw. So it was this little skit. This guy, he was wearing the infrared sixes, right? Uh, and apparently this kid walks up on him and starts laughing and saying, "Ha ha ha, you're wearing bricks." And the old school guy was like, "What are you talking about? These are classics, man. Like these are some of the best Jordans
I
ever
mean, he
released.
won.
Some
He
of the
won
best
his. That's
sixes."
when he
Yeah,
won.
that's what he said.
He
Yeah, he
won his
won
first
his first.
championship in them.
Yeah, exactly. He says these are some of the best sixes, if not some of the best Jordans ever released. And the kid was like, "Aha, yeah, whatever. You're wearing bricks." And it's just like stuff like that where, they like they see it as a profit, as like, man, that
I've
shoe's
seen
not selling,
people.
man.
I've seen
And
people argue about that in the comment section of my videos where somebody be like, I'm skipping, these are bricks anyway. And one person got in the comments and he was like, yo, I'm tired of y'all. I could tell it was an old school person. He
yeah,
said, yo, I'm getting tired of people. He said it in general. He didn't hit the dude directly. He said, I'm getting tired of people saying like, yo, these shoes are bricks because they didn't sell out instantly. Buy what you like. And he said,
yeah, exactly,
and then he went
exactly.
into that like, maybe some people got a fit that can coordinate what they want. They buying the shoe what it was originally for. And then the person finally, I guess you could tell they were kind of talking to each other. And he was like, yo, a brick is a shoe that didn't sell out, regardless of how you feel about it. And I'm just like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And then
Man, don't just know your history though. Don't just like don't be calling
yeah,
shoes bricks that you clearly have no idea of the significance of this shoe. Like this is a
yeah. And
very classic shoe, very hard shoe to get. Trust me. Is
yeah, and that's why sometimes I feel like the resale community kind of has taken over, so to speak,
Well,
in the
yeah,
true
they're the
sneaker
gatekeep.
community, man.
Yeah, they're the gatekeepers now, man. They say what's hot and what sells, and what they consider as are heat and classics.
Right.
Like
And it's just like it's cool and all, but sometimes it do get on your nerves,
I'm
man.
saying, it's just like with anything, though, man. You gotta accept that there's a time and place for everything in life, and
Yeah.
maybe there is that maybe is you can say that it's just time for that this generation has is just time that they took over, and you gotta accept that what's considered good in our era, or in the older era, is just what's classic and what's
I think
genuine to us.
yeah, I think the one thing that I just truly just do not want to accept, that I have no choice but to accept, is the bots.
Mm, yeah,
Because
but
you can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. Like
so yeah, and that's clearly what they figured out. You can't beat them, so join them.
yeah, like somebody literally just asked me literally just yesterday, like they saw I was rocking a certain pair of sneakers and they were like, "Yo, you got a bot?" I'm like, "Nah." He because he asked like, "Yo, you got a bot?" I'm like,
And that's
"Nah."
that's a new school question.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, man, I don't have buy. And then I told him why. I said because the thing is, I only want one pair. I mean, I'm gonna take care of my joint. I only want one pair. He's like, yeah, valid, but and he wanted to spill of why, and
Hmm.
he was right. I wasn't even mad at him. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I don't. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to buy 6, 7 pairs and then flip 4 or 5 pairs, even if it is profitable. Though. I just kind of want. Can I just get
Yeah,
my shoe
no,
and chill
exactly,
out?
no, exactly. We've discussed this before in multiple videos, that we're both one shoe person, one shoe guy. I don't need like multiple pair. I only have 2 feet, so I only need one pair of shoes. I
Yeah.
don't need 3 or 4 pair. Like, and so then what if I don't sell them? So then what? I'm just sitting on 7 pair of shoes that I can't do anything with, but probably sell for less than half of what I pay for them. You
Yeah,
know,
and that's where that brick term comes in factor right
that's a
there.
brick. That's a brick. That's what I consider a brick. Cause it's something that you're sitting on, not something that didn't sell out because of. Trust me, eventually, if it's in the store, it's gonna sell out. A brick, in my opinion, is something that you're sitting on that you haven't sold. So you got
Right,
so you got to move it like a brick. You know.
right. We got Anthony in the building. He says the style factor is what I was talking about. Yeah, the style factor back in the day, people used to buy shoes for what they really was meant to be for. You know, hey, they
Mm-hmm.
look nice. Can I rock this? Like I remember some people actually passed on the Well, I was gonna say the Concords, but nobody passed on the Concords. But not everybody went for not every Jordan everybody went for. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100, like
Mm-hmm.
you would be like,
You
yo,
can
I don't
still go get some pair 2, 3, 4 days after they came out. You know.
exactly. You didn't have to wait. You didn't have to go the day of. You had unless
The
you know it's gonna be a
the
hype.
hour of
Yeah, you didn't have to be there when
because
the
now
doors open up.
because that's what it is now. You have to be there within the hour of the
Yeah,
shoe
if you
releasing.
it
You
that's
only get it.
if the place that's if the place is doing first come first serve, which is very rare now.
What I'm
You got to
saying, no,
go.
now everything is like now online, so you only get an hour to get the shoe. You
Yeah,
only have an
if that
hour to compete with 9 million, 10 million people in the world, plus the
exactly.
bots.
Plus the bots, and if you factor in all that, you really only got within the first 5 to 10 minutes if you got the shoe and you
Yeah,
can go on about
honestly,
your
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just to be honest, the shoes dropping
That's
at
crazy. That's crazy how you went from having a couple hours of standing in line to a couple to maybe if you didn't get them, then after they sold or they had leftovers, they shipped them out to the stores. You could get it a couple days after to having an hour to
right.
compete against the whole world to get a shoe. You know?
Foot Locker, Foot Locker and them apparently is working on their ship to home option that's supposed to improve things that you can do through the app. So I'm hoping this is a true thing that they're really trying to. They're like I said, the companies are trying to get on it. It just seems like they're so late to the party. I mean, it's been going
Yeah.
on since it's been going on for a minute, but like 2020 it took over, 2021 took over, one 2022. So I'm gonna give it. It's been a strong 2 years, like bruh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
And
been
it's
going
only
on
gonna get
longer. It's been going on longer than that, but like where it took off like a rocket, where there was no more. It seemed like nobody had no more control. It had to be 2020, man,
yeah.
and
And
it just
it's only gonna get worse before it gets better because like obviously the big shoe manufacturers, they see this, they know this, so they're gonna keep on pumping out exclusive only shoes or limited release shoes, and that's gonna still put more money in their pockets,
right.
because
Right.
I mean, yeah, in a sense, yeah, but these resellers, they're gonna just they're gonna continue as long as the shoe companies are making shoes, they're gonna profit off of them, any way they can, is how
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah. That you got a point. I agree with
And
you.
like I say, and now it's almost to the point where you gotta tell somebody, like like I've talked to my brother. He wants the PS5, and I gotta talk to him about some real. I keep having to tell him, like, dude, like, you're never gonna get it for $500 again. I keep having to tell him that. I'm saying you're never gonna see that thing for $500 again. So you might as well just bite the bullet and pay that resale. And that's almost.
What do you say?
He's like, nah, man, I don't trust all that stuff, man. I'm gonna just wait until they have something in store again. Like, dude, you never gonna see them
You'll
in
be.
store. You never. I said, you're gonna be waiting forever, man. Like I said, you never
Say I
gonna see
hate
that
to.
thing, man. I'm
You
telling you,
told him
yeah,
I hate to break it to you, but
yeah, man. And
you ain't finna see it.
yeah, and that's almost the conversation you gotta have about shoes at this point.
Yeah,
You got. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and pay that resale because you ain't gonna get it for nothing less than X amount of dollars.
yeah. It's just like me. Like honestly, if I take the L, if I really want the shoe, to be honest, if you want it at a fair price, you got about a week to 2 weeks to pay that resale price because it's either gonna go. It may go. Some may go down, but if it's a really hype shoe, you might as well get in while you can get in because it's
Yeah.
only gonna
And
slowly creep
and a lot of
up.
shoes too like to stay at that buoyancy. They like to just stay right there in the middle and just chill. Keep that
Yeah,
little that level price. And
yeah,
that's kind of the shoe that you kind of want to keep your eye on, because you don't know if that shoe could drop, if it could go up out of nowhere. Those are the
right.
shoes that people should be kind of watching for, because like I say, if you have that shoe, then A, it's either a win for you, or B, and I mean you didn't really lose anything, because you're not gonna really be losing
I
much money.
say the number one shoe that also bothers me that I like. Literally, if y'all check the channel out, man, I did a mall blog when the Black Cat 4s came out,
Yeah.
and I literally had them in my hand, and I said, nah, I'm gonna wait. I said I'm gonna wait. They gonna go on sale because ain't nobody checking for them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then everybody's like, "Yo," people were telling me in the comments, "Yo, go back and buy them shoes right now." I was like, "Bro, I'm good. I know my area." You know what I'm saying? And then I went back next week and I did like an "I told you so" video, like, "Hey, look, they're still here." And then it seems like after that, no. And then like we laughing now, right? And I think it was 190 for those joints. And then I went back. I was like, man, I'm gonna go get them now. It's been about 3 weeks or whatever. Sold out. Start looking online. Look at what the Black Cat sell for now, 500 and up. I said, yo, no, man. Like that's one shoe I'm not gonna pay resale for. Not that I don't like it, because I love it, but it's
You got
like
a bitter taste about it now.
yeah, I'm bitter about it because I'm like, yo, I'm mad at myself. I'm like, you freaking idiot. You literally had it in your hand for retail and you turned and you said no. Even
Hey,
even the person working at the store said, hey, yo, you sure? They said that. You sure? I said, no. Like I'm telling, because I'm
he
looking at
knew
him like,
too.
yo,
He just didn't want to tell you, man. He already knew too.
yeah. At the
He
sad
was
part, it
he
wasn't
was
even a
like, you
he. It was
idiot.
a
Oh,
she. She told me.
well, she was like,
Yeah.
you idiot.
Yeah, and to me, I'm like, man, I know the game, I'm
Yeah.
like, this rookie work here, and you work, I do this, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
me
you work
being
here. I
cocky.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like now I'm like, damn, I guess I was that idiot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, I
I
bet you
feel
she
so
probably would have.
special.
After you didn't buy those, after she clocked out, she went and bought them.
She probably did, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever did, because in the sad part, it was two different stores they were sitting at,
Yeah.
so I had two different chances, and I just didn't get them.
Man, hey,
I mean, like that was just so dumb, man.
you live and you learn, man. Hey,
Yeah,
wait,
because like
in about 4
but
years,
somebody dropped the video. Yeah, somebody dropped the video and said, yo, if we knew, and this is the thing, they said it best. If we knew now, if we knew back then what we knew now, we would move so much differently.
yeah,
But we didn't.
yeah.
We didn't know. We didn't anticipate any of this. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly. Nobody knew. Nobody knew how things were going to blow up. Nobody knew that all these. I think what also took it a lot over the top is once a lot of these big name artists started collabing with these shoe companies. Because they already had that fan base from being an artist, and and then, like I say, once again, a lot of these people were probably fans of that brand too. So once they just
Yeah,
put those two together, it just took a lot of these companies over the top, and it opened the doors to a lot of other like people in those genres wanting to work with these companies and stuff. So it brought like I say it brought a lot of attention to both parties from both ends. So I think that a lot of that contributed a lot to how the game goes too. Because you didn't really
yeah,
see a lot of that back then. You really only saw athletes having their shoes, not rappers, not actresses, actors, all these
everybody.
people, having shoes and stuff,
Yeah. Let me hit the chat real quick. Sneaker Guru says Air Jordan 3 Cardinal Reds and Air Omni Brooklyn in any way. Okay. Yeah, I saw
Hey,
the Cardinal threes, man.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of meh on them right now.
I want them, but I already know, man. They're gonna it's gonna fall in that resale world. I already know.
Yeah. We got L Leon Bordet says, "What's up, fellas? Just caught those Racer Blues today.
Good
Congrats on
job.
the
Yeah,
yeah,
good job, good job. Anybody get those unions, by the way? I say,
yeah. Who got the Union Dunks,
good,
man? Let me know.
good. Kudos if you got them, man. Kudos.
for sure. We got L Leon Verde again. It says those black cats are fire, though. Nothing like a Batman colorway with that silhouette. True.
That'd be nice. That I mean, but don't do nothing too crazy to the Batman. Keep it still kind of black cattish. Just throw like a little logo on there somewhere. Throw something like that indicate Batman.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't
You ain't
need
gotta get.
nothing. We already got the
Yeah,
Thunders.
yeah.
You know,
I'm a
Rockets.
big firm believer in just sometimes
Yeah.
simplicity. The simple the better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we do a little too much. It kind of pushes me away, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
off topic, but good thing he brought up the Air Omis. You see, Omi, he is pretty much pled guilty to all of his stuff.
I mean, yeah, I didn't watch the video all the way, but I saw it on the channel where he
Yeah,
said that he
I guess I
played.
can't
Yeah,
get into it obviously, but you know, so I mean, so something must. So was he guilty the whole time? You know, I mean,
I don't even think it's a factor of guilty. It's a factor like when it comes to the law, man. You if you ain't, I'm not saying he ain't got it,
if you're
but
not with them, you're against them. You know, pretty much.
yeah, and if you ain't got a whole bunch of money to battle,
Yeah,
it's big
yeah.
dog versus.
He don't got no money to pay. Keep paying those attorney fees.
That's what I'm saying. Like he got it, but at the same time, it's like, do you really want to throw it? Do you really want to give all your money to the attorney and your family out on the street?
Well, he got rich quick. He didn't. He never really had like the just money always. He just got
Yeah,
rich quick. So his
yeah,
quick money is he don't have disposable income like that. You know,
yeah.
he don't have
That's
any
what I'm.
ties and stuff
Yeah,
like that. He just got rich quick.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's. I mean, I don't look at him as a bad guy, or if
Yeah, no,
I don't
of
even
course
look at
not.
him even did anything wrong. It's just like it's one of those. That's just how our country is, man. And
Yeah,
it's big dog versus big dog, and if you ain't got the bread to battle. Literally, when you that's really in the legal system is all about that. And then even sometimes you still take a L.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I can think of some people. I'm not gonna say their names, but I know some people who had the money still lost.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I mean, money. Like I say, this just goes to say that money isn't everything, you know. But money does solve 90%, 99% of the problems in life. But there's still that 1% that money just can't do anything for.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
and
what I'm
that's the
saying.
part. That's the part people seem to forget about, and that's what catches a lot of people up. You know.
Exactly. That's the major key right there. You
Mm-hmm.
put it dead on. So, but yeah, man, I ain't even watched the whole video. So he pled guilty to pretty
To his
much
charges,
all. Yeah,
he pretty much gave up all his stuff, all his cars, his money, everything.
dang man.
And you know, a part of it, a lot of it probably could be that he's probably just tired of it, just the stress of dealing with
Yeah,
it. He's
man.
probably just like, just here, just take it all out, whatever, man. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Here, bye. I don't even want it. It ain't even worth
Yeah.
it no more. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
know, that was a little bit off topic, but like I say, it kind of ties in because you know he has the Air Omis. You know, just a little interesting little
That's
thing that I want to bring
when
up.
I
You
was
know?
watching the video. That's kind of where I stopped at watching. He had a whole bunch of them getting ready to get shipped out.
Oh,
There's
wow.
he. Did you watch the video?
No, no. I just only saw where he was pretty much saying that he was gonna plead guilty to the charges against him.
Yeah, I saw like in the first. I think I watched like the first 15, 20 minutes. He had a whole bunch of Omnis getting ready to ship. I mean, like his whole like dining room area was dedicated to boxes of shoes getting prepared to get shipped out.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't. That's what I said. Him giving up all the stuff, I don't. I wouldn't even put him in the broke category because obviously he still got. It's just one of those. Do he want to keep giving attorneys the money? To me, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. You know, it's just one of those
Yeah,
where he's just tired of dealing with it. You know, so he just want
exactly.
to live his life, live with the little money he does have left before you know they try to take it all. Say here, whatever assets that I acquired off of the illegal activities that I was doing here, take it. Just you know, just it's over
You know what
with.
I'm
Leave me
saying?
alone. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Let me live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me hit the chat real quick. Sneaker Guru says Jordan 10 Batman would be nice. Yeah, I would like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'm not even a big Jordan 10 person, but when done correctly, they're nice though. S. Scott says anyone hit on the Racer 5s seem limited in Middle Georgia. I didn't even go for those guys,
Yeah,
but
didn't someone just say they hit for those, right?
yeah. The El Leon Verde said he hit for those guys. So
Okay, okay, yeah.
we at Scott, we had one person that said they hit for sure. So um yeah, he just said it. Yeah. El Leon said, bro, yes, Batman 10's killer. Yeah. So what we coming up on an hour. What we looking for like upcoming releases, man?
Uh, Honestly, everything that I've seen so far, or that I wanted so far, has kind of come and gone. Just gonna try to see what kind of deals I can work out for him now. But
Yeah.
besides that, yeah, I don't know. There's not really too much coming out.
I mean, I feel like this year they're being kind of quiet about the releases. I mean, we hear some stuff and we know about the Jordan ones that are expected and the
Hmm.
stuff that's coming out this month and a few restocks here and there. But
Hmm.
overall, I don't feel like we've had like right now we would have like a big set, like something to really look forward to. And I know we know about the Jordan 2 I'm a mine year, but I don't think it's got that. I don't think
That
they
hype,
got
like
the
like
hype
it
they're
had,
looking for.
like it had with the
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, like the ones or the threes,
Yeah,
especially the threes. But I don't think they have it with these. You know,
yeah.
I think it's just
Well,
safe to say,
it's still a Jordan 2, and people still gonna feel how they feel about the Jordan 2. Don't matter what type of bow you try to wrap around it. It's still the same shoe.
exactly.
You can paint a house blue. If it's still a messed up house, the paint's not gonna do anything to save it.
That's exactly what I was about to say, homie. Like the thing is with a Jordan 2, no matter how you slice and dice it, it's still a Jordan 2. It's just I'm sorry, it's just not the best silhouette. No matter
Hmm.
how, like you said, no matter how well you paint it up and dress it up, even the off-white twos, they were nice, but it's like they ain't
It's still a
like
Jordan 2, man, and people still
yeah,
gonna feel. And they didn't even do, in my opinion, they didn't even do the best job with them that they could have done.
right, you know.
That's one of the most basic Jordans made. You got so much open space with that shoe, so much creativity you could have done with that shoe because it's just so bare.
Right. So
There's
that's
you
my
know
biggest thing. I like you said it best, man. No matter how well you try to paint it up and make it look nice, homie, it's a Jordan 2.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a reason. Like I they trying their hardest to push the two. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna be nice about it. If the off white two couldn't get it on the level they wanted to get it,
what you yeah
what can?
yeah I get what you're saying. I knew yeah I see the direction. You know what? I think maybe if they would have done a high top of that off white, it probably would have made probably maybe not much of a bigger difference, but
Yeah,
it maybe would have people would have been looking at it a little more. Uh you can't just throw a low top on there and then throw a whole new colorway that's not even
yeah,
an original colorway. It's only exclusive to the off white. Like
yeah.
that's like those are
I think
I don't know, man. It's not a shoe that like I say
I just don't think
I've
it's
seen it in
yeah.
person. I've seen it in person now. I've seen it on foot. So and now like I say before, I said it was a little okay. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll take my statement back. It's hideous. I don't like the shoe. To everybody, if you go back in the videos and you'll see where I said that, hey, it's okay. I like the shoe. It's all right. Hear me
But
now in this current video where I'm saying I hate the shoe. I don't like it. It's ugly. It was one of the more stupider designs from Off White.
I'm gonna just say this: it was one of those shoes where I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stick by it. If I didn't get it for retail, I haven't even glanced in the resale world of these.
Yeah, no.
They're not even on my mind. Like
Honestly,
retail, I take them, and I think I went for them. But at the same, I'm not mad that I took the L. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
No, let's hit the chat. L Leon Verde says, "Got mine on finish line." At Scott. Okay, so that's where he got his Jordan 5s. L Leon Verde says, honestly, I get most hits through status. Okay, you must got a lot of status points with finish line. Nice. Is Crystal says, should I buy the Dunk High Fossil Moon? I'm gonna look him up, but I mean, if you're into him, I don't see why not, but I'm gonna look them up real quick just to see.
Yeah, I think it's like a brown pair.
Let
I
me
think
see.
if I'm thinking about the one she's talking about, they're like brown and black.
Let's see if I can pull them up. Oh yeah, I know these. If you're into these, I'm gonna share the screen so everybody can see kind of what she's talking about. Um, let's see. They're okay. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not bad.
See?
No, they're not bad. I don't see
Yeah.
nothing wrong with them. I mean, I don't want them in part of my collection, but if that's something you're into, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, L. Leon Verde says, "LOL, big facts." Pretty sure he was agreeing with us. Sneaker Guru says, "Nike Blazer Mid 77 Jumbo Voodoo." Let me check those out.
That's a
Um,
lot. Nike
I
Blazer
know, right?
Mid 77 Jumbo Voodoo. Jeez.
Hey, we got to get there though. It must be something worthwhile. Jumbo.
Yeah, that's like the jumbo Nike sign that they're doing now on those Blazers.
Let's see. Oh, these guys. Okay, different. We looking forward to these, Sneaker Guru. Okay. I don't know, man. Oh, and it's like one of those two different. Okay. Okay. Man, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest, and this is not a shot at you, Sneaker Group. I'm just not a Blazer guy in general. So even you can show me any Blazer, but I see what you're saying. That Nike check is like super jumbo. Got you. I mean, to each his own. Because if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. Because some people got a certain style. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like that homie was trying to bring up earlier is that he missed the old school missed the style factor versus
Yeah.
the new school versus this all about collecting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this is one of those things where this is about style. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you. I'm gonna be honest. When you buying this shoe, you gotta know what you're doing. In my opinion.
Yeah. Nah, that's very true. I agree. That's probably one of those shoes.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're doing. S. Scott says, hopping. Let's see, hoping AM2s are an easy in-store raffle. The I'm my years. Okay, hoping I'm my year twos are an easy in-store raffle cop in April. Huh? I think they did it right, especially when if they do it the same way they did the other ones, where you gotta go online and they do the bot protection, where you gotta draw the box around the animal and you gotta know where I'm my year started. Which you know what I'm saying. Put the question up. I feel like that's about as fair as you can make it, man. And
Yeah.
like I'm gonna pull these on my year twos up. I just honestly, for me, I just can't get jiggy with it, man. It's okay, but I just honestly, it's just not really doing much for me.
I
And
mean,
it's not a
just
bad
like
shoe.
it's just like they try to make a premium Air Jordan 2.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
like,
and it's like, is that one?
yeah, it's this one right here. Like I said, it's
So,
not. It's basically like the one, but they changed it to the two and put, like you said, they put a little bit of premium material on the joint, and
so that's it. That's good. That's
yeah,
like that's what we're gonna be getting for that shoe.
yeah. Don't sound too excited there, do you?
Well, no, like I say, I mean,
It's a
it's
two, man. Like we said it best, man. It's a two. No matter how you slice it and paint it up,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it's still at the end of the day, no disrespect, and nobody who's a two fan is still a two. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey,
look at the.
resellers, you guys can have this one.
I don't even think they're gonna go. That's what I said. Maybe an easy cut, man. Because see, this is the one, but you also got to think we automatically are trained. We already like the ones already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
We
do you
already
think?
like the ones.
Do you think AMM they're trying to go down the whole line, or at
Uh,
least up to a certain point because they've already done the first three?
This is true. I think they're gonna do a four. That's what I was hoping do a four because think about
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
think naturally the we can argue the best favorite one is Jordan 4 or Jordan 1. And Jordan
Mm-hmm.
3s are nice too. But they started out with a 3. See, the 3 they did it just right.
Yeah.
The
No, that
one,
was nice. Yeah.
the one not better than the 3, but it's still a Jordan
Still.
1. So we accept it. You know what I'm saying? But the 2, I think they should have honestly, I think they should have came with a 4. if it was me, if you want to keep your hype there, come with a 4. Because now you look at the 2s and it's like, dog.
Yeah, if they would have came out with like a 1-3, if they would have came out with the how they did it with the 3-1, dropped to 4, then done the 2, boom, they would have already had 3 hits under their belt. So they could have just kept they could have rolled off the steam and success of the first 3 and floated that too, you know?
Yeah, man, dang bars. Yo, you just rap right now.
You
He's
know,
rapping right now. But what you said makes perfect sense. And I'm looking at these 2s now. Looking at it from this angle, they don't look as bad. They don't look bad. I still don't want them, but they don't look bad right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they are they gonna look like that on me? You know what I'm saying? But then you switch it from this angle with the lighting. It's like, nah, I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, and then I can't. Yeah, this makes it look worse. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nah, I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
not you for me. I'm sorry.
it's just it's not for me. Like you said, they should have hit it with the 3-1, floated a 4, and hit it with the 4, and then floated us a 2. But I
Yeah, the
don't know.
success would have flowed. Like I say, even if the sales, obviously, because it's a 2, like I say, they could have thrown that one in there to gear us up for like another big Jordan. They could have done like a 6 or a 7. You know, just
Right?
put that 2 in there as a filler, so the first 3 would have floated that 2. By the time
Yeah, and I just
the
think
next big one would have come out, they would have been, back. The profits would have been there, But now
exactly.
it's gonna slow them down a bit, and it's gonna kind of probably gonna scare Jordan away from them now, because
I ain't gonna say scare them away. They Jordan can't blame that on them. I'm sorry if this I'm on year 2 doesn't do what they
yeah, oh
expected
yeah,
to
yeah,
do.
yeah. No, you're right. They
Don't you
can't.
can't
Jordan
blame
can't
that on
blame.
them.
Yeah, Jordan can't blame them. Yeah, because we're just taking
Yeah.
your shoe and trying to help you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We're trying to
Yeah,
help you out. Yeah.
don't blame them. Don't blame them. S Scott says those diamond mids are nice. They have a white hue to them, like a real diamond. Diamond mids. Let me see. I don't even know what those are. See if I can pull them up. Is it like a Jordan or is it a dunk?
Sounds like a dunk or some.
Let me see.
Like the Tiffany's.
I've seen the Tiffany. That's what's pulling up is the Tiffany's, but I think are these coming back out?
The Tiffany Diamond Dunks.
Yeah. You talking
Uh,
about the dunks?
we say that they have a hue.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm not double check because like right now what's coming up is some dunks. And then Scott says Jordan needs to drop 7, 8s, and 10s. I haven't seen no 8s in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen no
Yeah.
8s in a long time.
Yeah. Well,
And I
what can
got a
you
pair of
really do
8s.
with the eights? Because it's only what they got, the aquas,
The Aqua
and
8s.
then they
Yeah.
got that other pair. Do
I
you
got
see
the
that other
yeah.
pair?
Yeah, I got the
Oh, then they had
champagne.
those. They had those. Didn't Drake have some?
Yeah, he had some. There was the OVO 8s, yeah.
Okay, you have
I'm
those.
gonna pull up. No, I don't got those. I got the champagne 8s.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, which I'll pull those up. But okay, so you're talking about these. These have a real diamond in them, you said? Did I read that correctly? Let me share the screen. Like this is what pulls up for the Jordan 1 mids. Yeah. Jordan Diamond mid dunks.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's a simple colorway, but yeah. Oh, so maybe this is it. It's got that shape into it.
It's a diamond hue to it.
Oh, right
So
here. Okay.
it kind of got the glimmer of a diamond, I would assume.
Okay. Yeah, and I see it's got like a little diamond cut on the tongue here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Actually, I heard somebody bring these up too, for real. So, but see, I think my problem is I'm not a Jordan 1 mid guy, but the mid and just because I'm not a Jordan 1 mid guy, they are doing their thing though. The Jordan 1
Oh
mids have
yeah.
been
Oh
doing their
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just,
So
I just see it as an affordable Jordan High, honestly.
exactly. Stinkeroo says Passport 10 Nike SB Dunk High Work Boot Flames. Man, you coming with some names.
But that sound like it's gonna be a fire though. Passport by Nike SB Dunk High. Okay, let's see.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Passport Nike SB Dunk. Oh, I think he's talking about these joints.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because
I
it's like
like
a
that.
little work boot. Okay, not bad. Not for me, but not
Yeah,
bad though. Because I
yeah.
know me, they don't look bad, but I know I wouldn't be able to pull these off.
Yeah, nah. I mean, it's, like I said, it's just a nice shoe. I like it, but like I say, it's nothing for me too. I've seen it before, and I got like, that's a nice shoe. You know,
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
the
nice.
little guy is holding the Nike sign.
Interesting. Yeah, I see that. The detail, not bad. But I think that pretty much wraps it up for this sold Saturday, man. We did pretty good. We're gonna
Hmm.
be back on Wednesday for sure, man. Y'all sign off in the comment section, man. Don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. Check out the podcast too. If you missed the playback and you don't want to watch the video, man, we are on Spotify as well. You can just search us up under Sold Out Podcast or just Sold Out from YouTube, and we should come right up, man. And then we'll have all the latest up-to-date stuff on there. And if you don't see this one on there, it'll probably be on there within the matter of a few days or so, man. So y'all be sure to check out us on Spotify as well, man. Smash the like button. And also any other topics y'all want us to discuss live or anything like that, feel free to drop it off in the comments or just hit us up and let us know, man. Because we want to cover pretty much anything sneaker related, man. Because that's what we hear about, man. So go ahead, Devin Dunkston, take us out, man.
Yeah, man. As Jeremy said, yeah. Any topics you guys got, just throw it on us. We'll try to get to it. Uh, yeah. All I got is everybody, just stay safe. Just try to watch out for the scammers, man. Like I say, like on the topic, like be who you are, get what you want to get, and keep your way of doing things always your way of doing things, uh but just understand that that with the times comes change, so you kind of got to work with it, so just be mindful of that. And yeah, like I say, everything has its time and its place, and this is just the time and the place of the new school reseller, so we just got to get with it, but just play it smart, yeah, that's
Facts.
about it.
Facts. El Leon Verde says, would you guys pick up some Oreo / Moonlight Fives for $75? They look clean, just need sold ice. That's not a bad price,
Yeah,
but it
those
seems a little
Oreo
too good.
fives,
Yeah.
yeah, that seems about what they should go for, honestly, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I
Yeah.
didn't
I
know they were
mean,
called the Moonlights, but
yeah. Well, that's like the older ones. I think they call them the Oreo joints, and then the new ones is the name is a
oh, okay.
Moonlight. It's kind of one of those. It's the same shoe, but the
Yeah,
name is just kind of off. Yeah. So yeah. Either way, you can't go wrong. And you said tomato, you should know what the person talking about. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
LDon says, great cast, bros. Appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Smash that like button for sure,
oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for us, man. We've been on for a little over an hour, man. We will be back again on Wednesday with more stuff, man. Y'all be sure to smash the like button. It really helps the channel out. Sneaker Guru says to flip Elion, I would quick shmoney. Okay. Okay. See, that's how I said. That's part of that. Like I said, whether you like it or not, resale just gonna be a part of the game.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. It's here now.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere.
Anytime soon, at least.
The best thing I want y'all to take away from this cast, man, is that adapt the best you can,
Yeah.
realistically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta adapt, like you said, adapt, or it's gonna pass you by.
Yeah. Very true.
Period, man.
That's with anything.
In general, yeah, exactly. But man, that about wraps it up, man. Let's go ahead and get up out of this thing, man. Y'all smash the like button. I'm out. I'm Jeremy Jones. Peace.
Hey, peace.
Latest.